we moved the way we did it a few years ago to be more sustainable as a business, given our time commitments with our day jobs and just in the kind of things we were interested in keeping at a very high level. And so the only way we could have gone back to normal operations is we found amazing partners and like-minded individuals who can help us get there. So we finally, when we found, Tom and Saran expressed an interest, and it became this. The decision was easy, but we knew that we had to. The only way we could come back, there's no turning back, right? So there was no turning back from what we were doing for those 3.5 years in terms of the kinds of things we were doing and the level we were doing it at. So the only way we could go back to a more normal full-time operation was to have a great partnership, and that's the primary reason why we're going back to full-time services. We have a great partnership. Well, you always evolve as a chef, right? So what I was cooking 11 years ago is going to be a little different from how and what I cook today. It would be foolish not to grow as a professional in any field. And so I cook different kinds of foods today, but I think my core style of bold flavor, bold cuisine, thoughtfully sourced ingredients, keeping with the seasons as much as we can. All those things are going to be intact. But moving forward, I've learned so much over the years. I've been to so many different scenarios cooking-wise, and now we have 2 sous chefs in the kitchen. We've had a sous chef in the past. Now we have 2, and they bring a lot of diverse experience to the kitchen. So my goal is primarily to keep the expectations of our guests at the level that it's been. But what food and what menu, the menu is already posted online, so it's already available for viewing. And you'll find in it that it's a balance of the kinds of things that our regulars have come to expect at Cress, but also it's going to be intriguing enough to draw a new audience that says, oh wow, they do that there? That's awesome. So that's the goal moving forward, is to always be mindful of our favorites, not be tied down to them necessarily, but always do sustainable seafood, always do, support our local farmers when we can, bring that fresh product in when we can, but always be inspired by the world around us, and that's never going to change. So just as a matter of change, I'm not the same person I was years ago, so my style is different, but I'm always learning. And so you'll see that in the menu.
In the 2 years that we were doing the events, what was nice is there were so many wine pairings. And what I learned was that guests don't experience diversity in their wines. They're willing to try lamb brains if it's on the menu, but an unusual wine they get really nervous about. So now I get to focus on wines and wine-based cocktails. Being a little bit more thoughtful about how the wines are curated, where they're coming from, moving along with that sustainable or dynamic-based wines. That's what I get to play with now more than I did before.
I feel really good that we've been prepping away since 8 o'clock this morning, and I haven't thrown a single morsel of food into a trash can. So that was
it's always like the common goal is to not waste as much, and because that's money. You look in trash cans, you look on the floor, it's money. Mm-hmm. And now we're able to use these scraps to create dishes and utilize all the flavors, because there's a lot of flavors. Mm-hmm. The bottoms of carrot leaves and everything, celery leaves. Instead of throwing those away, add them to a salad. We can make a whole composed dish out of it.